wow, chicka wow wow, chicka 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 wow wow. I don't like that and I don't know why I'm saying all of this because it's too much. Hey everyone, Hillary here. I'm just sitting outside World Market, here to pick up finishing touches for my bathroom. So excited to show you guys what I built. I made my vanity, countertop and all. I'm so proud of it. I'm excited to show you guys. I'm gonna pick up a few finishing touches here and then I'm gonna take you guys home and show you the bathroom. Also, if you aren't following us on Instagram, make sure you guys head over there and follow us at The Dishonest Truth. I have been sharing behind the scenes for weeks now on this bathroom. Yes, weeks. It's taken me some time to complete this bathroom project. Pregnancy, baby, life. I get like an hour a day to work on it, and that's just not enough. If you guys like this video while you're watching, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you guys never miss an episode of Hill's House. Hill's House. So while I'm shopping for my accessories in World Market, you guys watch me build the vanity, okay? Do it. Go. Okay, so here's my hall bathroom before. Pretty drab. Still got that hand towel and Christmas soap out. Ooh, look at that burnout light bulb. Classy. Always keeping it classy, guys. This is always the fun part, am I right? Ditching the stuff you're not really in love with? This mirror is going to find a new home up at our cabin. The sink, however, is not. What do you guys do with old sinks? Do I take it to Goodwill? Do I chuck it in the garbage? Do I create a bird bath in my backyard? Tell me down below what you guys would do with this sink. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited to get rid of this sink. My next step is to sand some spots and clean up the walls in preparation for my wallpaper.
Tell the camera you're washing the walls.
I'm washing the walls. I found this wallpaper on Roommates Decor and instantly fell in love with it. I've linked the wallpaper and everything else you'll see in the video today in the description box below. This was my first experience working with wallpaper and I have to say it was surprisingly easy. This wallpaper is so forgiving and really easy to peel up and restick if you find you've made a mistake. I'm pretty sure they make tools to smooth your wallpaper, but my American Express seemed to do the trick just as well. I used my utility knife to cut carefully along the top and sides to remove all the excess wallpaper. Next, it was time to install my new light fixture. We're big fans of Amazon around here. If you missed our last Amazon roundup, go check it out. I'll link it in the eye and down below. Guys, look at this progress. Let's get on to the vanity. So I saw this Pottery Barn Dupe vanity and it was love at first sight. Everything about it. The rustic wood, the concrete countertop, love, love, love. I did not, however, love the $2,300 price tag. I'm gonna make it for less than 600 bucks. Okay, so if you're local to Utah or you live in Salt Lake, got Old Wood Co. Amazing. Coolest stuff. I'm so excited. I just picked up a bundle of amazing wood. I'm going home to put this together. Because this wood already had the aged look I was going for, all I needed to do was clean this up by giving it a quick sand and a wire brushing. If you wanted to do this project even cheaper, you could go the Home Depot or Lowe's route and pick up your wood there for around 50 bucks. Here are my measurements. I had to adjust from the original measurements of the Pottery Barn vanity to accommodate the size of my bathroom. My overall base will be 28 inches wide by 20 inches deep. I'm using my Craig hole jig to create the pocket holes I'll be using to attach all of my pieces together. Super profesh, guys. Who needs clamps when you have such cute sneakers? I'm just trying to decide now what I want my front pieces to look like, which sides of the wood. They all have so much character, different knots. So I'm just trying to decide how I want this to look. I knew I wanted my skirt pieces to be slightly set back, so I used some scrap wood I had lying around to create some shims. I added wood glue, made sure I was level, and then I attached using 2-inch screws. Moment of truth! Can you tell how excited I was? It was finally coming together. I connected the front and the back to the side pieces the exact same way, and with that, I was nearly finished.
Okay, so I finished my top skirt and now I'm gonna work on my bottom skirt. I'm using a different size. I'm actually using a 1x2 for the bottom skirt. I used a 1x6 for the top skirt. And I'll just repeat the same process for the bottom skirt as I did the top. Okay, so I finished my base and I have these pieces of wood left over from milling my top skirt pieces that are 1x6s. So I ended up with this left over after I milled it. I've decided I'm gonna go ahead and make a slat shelf out of this. So I'm going to cut all of my pieces and then I'm going to attach these to my base. Watch.
I attached these the same way using pocket holes, a 1x2 to act as a spacer, and my cute little husband as an extra set of hands. He's such a good sport.
Well, here we go.
For my concrete countertop, I created a mold using melamine. The bottom of the mold will act as the top of my sink area. Are you with me? This isn't a full tutorial, but if you want my measurements, drop a comment down below. I attached the sides of the mold with the white of the melamine facing the inside of my mold. I pre-drilled my holes and was careful when screwing my screws in so I didn't split the melamine. Once I had all the sides attached, I caulked around the inside of my mold. Remember that the inside of the mold is going to be the top of your countertop, so you're going to want to make sure that you have everything clean and smooth.
Another step in creating my mold for my concrete countertop was cutting out the sink, the mold of the sink, so that I can have a drop-in for that. So to do that, I'm just taking these 2 pieces of foam that I picked up at Home Depot, and I'm going to liquid nail them together so that they're the right thickness that I need.
Once my foam pieces were dry, I cut around my sink template and used that to trace my sink onto the foam. I used my jigsaw to cut it out, and my last step was to apply clear packing tape along the outer edges of the foam to prevent the concrete from sticking. Next, I needed to find the center of my mold and trace my sink template again. I'll use this as a guide when attaching my sink knockout with my liquid nails. After letting this dry, my last step was to caulk around the foam. Now it's time to mix my concrete. Here are the supplies I used. A small trowel, a paddle mixer attachment for my drill, a 60-pound bag of quick grate sand topping mix, Z counter pack, and a bucket for mixing. Guys, do as I say and not as I do. Do not mix in a bucket or a bin that is not round. I absolutely, looking back, could have easily mixed this in the orange Home Depot bucket I was using for water. I started by mixing the Z counter pack with 1 quart water and then added my sand topping mix, and slowly added 4 more quarts of water. Once my concrete was completely mixed, I added that to my mold, smoothing it out with my trowel. After that, I sanded the sides of my mold to bring the air bubbles to the bottom of my countertop. Once the concrete had a minute to set up, I added some rebar to add overall strength and stability to the countertop. Next, it was time to cover it and wait.
Okay guys, moment of truth. My concrete's had its time to set up. I'm gonna peel back this plastic, remove the screws, take it out of the mold. See how it turned out. I'm feeling really nervous. Fingers crossed.
This was my very first time working with concrete, and it was really easy, guys. And good news, it worked! I couldn't be happier with how this turned out. It really came out pretty smooth, but I gave it a quick once-over with my sander prior to sealing. I used this sealant from Concrete Countertop Solutions. Using a microfiber roller, I applied 4 coats. Once that was dry, it was time to drop my sink in. I attached my sink using liquid nails. I picked up this faucet on Amazon. I love the pop of gold, and it tightened perfectly with my light fixture.
So I just wanted to share a little tip with you guys that I figured out while I was caulking my sink down. So you'll see that my countertop's kind of porous and it's got some of these holes in it. So the easiest way to avoid getting caulk in those holes is just to slap down some painter's tape around your sink. Take your caulk gun, run your bead of caulk, take your finger, smooth it out, or your baby wipe, smooth it out, and then just immediately pull up your tape, and you will find that you just have a nice, clean line of caulk, and it's not going to be all over. Pro tip.
I found this print on Etsy. Don't forget that I've linked everything in the description box below. And here's my cute rug I snagged at World Market. Are you guys as ready as I am to see this all together?
Babe, come look at the bathroom.
It's awesome.
And here's the after. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I feel like the bold wallpaper really transformed this space. This was one of my first big builds, and I couldn't be prouder of this vanity. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.